So without further ado, we're going to start in verse 23 and let's get into it. Now, when he was in Jerusalem at the Passover feast, many believed in his name when they saw the signs that he was doing. So, what this allows us to understand, as John writes, we have a setting, but we also have an event. And that setting is Jerusalem, and that event is the Passover feast. Now, something else that John goes on to continue writing about is that many believed in his name when they saw the signs he was doing. It's that key word, when. And the reason why that word when is so important is because before Jesus did any signs, before Jesus did any wonders, before Jesus even performed a miracle, they looked at Jesus as if he was just another Jew at the Passover feast. They didn't care about him. Now, what this points out is their hearts. Because in their hearts, they did not care about Christ. They did not care that Jesus was God because they didn't even know Jesus was God. But they cared about the signs that he did. They cared about the wonders he did. They cared more about the miracles he did. And it showed that their hearts were placed on what God could give, meaning the signs, the wonders, the miracles, right? That's all they cared about. They didn't really care about Jesus, but they just cared about what he can do. Now, this should allow us to reflect on our walk with Christ. And what I mean by this is, why are we following Jesus? And if it's not because Jesus alone is the one who saves us, is the one who shows us grace, is the one who's taken us out of sin and delivered us from sin once and for all, then you are not following Christ. Because if your heart is set on, ooh, look what Jesus gave me, or ooh, look at the position that Jesus put me in, so I'm going to act like I earned this position. No, that's not following Jesus. That's using the Lord. That's taking advantage of the Lord. And if you're following Jesus for, ooh, Jesus is going to give me a good life, or Jesus is going to give me the car, the money, the house, because the prosperity gospel, that's not Jesus. And when have you ever read in any of the Gospels or any of the New Testament or any of the Old Testament where Jesus or God himself, who is Jesus, gives someone a good life? Never. Because when you read the Word of God, all these people went through suffering. And all these people died in faith, not having received the things, but having seen them from afar. Meaning they died knowing what was to come was better. So what this